Okay, so I should be live. Let me check before I start really rambling and talking and come to find out nothing is actually there. Okay, so yes, this is the caveat of working by yourself. So anyway, I'm Terry M. Lee, the host and admin of this page. And I wanted to discuss sort of the true cost of ownership of running an online business. I get this question often, and especially in different groups that I'm in and whatnot, and pages. And so I thought I would do a sort of mini breakdown of it. I will be discussing this in tomorrow's webinar. So hopefully you've signed up for that. But this actually, the cost part is more in depth now. So one of the things, let me actually switch. Let's see if I can bring it up here. Yeah, here we go. One of the things that people trying to figure out in the beginning is what do they actually need? So let's say you have a blog or you're at the very beginning. Well, typically what's required when you're going to sell something online is obviously you're going to have a website of some kind. And you've got the look and feel of it. And then you're going to have something obviously to process the payments. Now that could be PayPal, that could be Stripe, it could be, something else, some other merchant account or what have you. But typically those are the most common payment processors. Now, if we're talking about courses, there's another piece called LMS or Learning Management Systems, and it helps so that your courses are, they're sequential, that they're laid out like a course with like a module and then lessons underneath it and things like that. And it's just a way of presenting the information, but it's geared towards courses or something like that. And that's true on whether you're doing it yourself or whether you are, let's say it's an institution. They're all, the LMS, if you will, is a piece that you'll need. Now, what goes hand in hand with that is what they call membership. Now, it's not a true membership site, let's say Netflix. So let's say you are offering, I want to do coaching. That's a type of maybe membership where maybe somebody pays you monthly or quarterly or whatever your time period is to have access to your information. Just like Netflix, you pay monthly to have access to the movies. You stop paying, you don't have access. Well, that's what a true membership site is. But when you're offering courses, it's in a membership-like state in that I pay to have access, but you need some type of user ID password to log in, and that management of it is a membership type of software. And so for WordPress sites, Memberium is a popular one. Lifter LMS, because they kind of go back and join with other back-end solutions, but that may be more the LMS piece of it. But managing that type of access is typically another piece of software or service that's different than the LMS piece of it. Now, if you wanted to do consulting or coaching, you too still need to have some way of getting paid, something that identifies that person, email address, password, or what have you. And so then obviously you want to be able to communicate with them. So you need some type of email marketing. Let's say they usually start with like an opt-in piece, like, hey, get my awesome PDF, and then maybe you nurture them some other emails, and then hopefully they purchase your course or join your coaching program or something like that. And so those are the major pieces. Now, actually, I left off one piece on here, and that's especially for courses that, whether it's video courses or audio courses, you need a piece that that hosts or houses your coursework. Now, before you say, "Oh, well, I could use YouTube and I can hide my or unlist my course or your video," you have no protection. Somebody can copy that link, send it to the world, and you have no protection. So you're typically looking at a for-paid program, and Vimeo Pro is usually the most popular one because it's the most affordable and easiest. You can use stuff like Amazon S3, and that's an option, and you get so many other places to house your information. Even people use Google Drives, but it's I don't know that it comes with the level of protection that you're going to get with especially Vimeo Pro. So in any event, all of those types of pieces are necessary to launch your course or to have it online. So now let's look at some of the pricing. Let me switch to my handy dandy spreadsheet right here, and we'll use some of this, what I used and what I did for my comparison, which I wish I had done in the beginning. Now, I use Kajabi. That's what I tout. That's what I recommend. I'm an affiliate partner with them, on and on. But whether or not you use Kajabi or not, it's really about making sure you know what you're getting yourself into price-wise for your online business. So Kajabi's lowest price as of right now is $149 monthly, and that comes out to $788. Now, before you are thinking, "Oh my goodness, that's so expensive," let me break it down to you, because I didn't do this, and I spent literally almost $4,000, twice as much with using WordPress. Now, I'm going by WordPress. That isn't to discount that it's a great solution, but I want you to look at some of the numbers, look at what I've paid, and you can make the decision. You may be using different solutions or different pieces. So in my WordPress scenario, I was using ActiveCampaign for my email marketing. I love ActiveCampaign. I actually still have a very less than this price that I use for a different business, but I'm not selling in that. I'm using it strictly for communications. But ActiveCampaign was running me $50 a month. I used Thrive Themes Suite. Now, if you're not familiar with WordPress, Thrive Themes is a variety of products. One is that it does do lead magnets, meaning your opt-ins for like your freebies and things like that. But it also has sort of a page builder. But Thrive Themes is more for definitely for business and selling. They do have some pages, or you can build other pages with it, but it's geared towards selling. And the reason why I say that, so let's say you were trying to build your home page or an about page. Not that you couldn't do it in Thrive themes, but their templates are geared more towards here's your sales page, here's your checkout page, and different pages like that. Whereas down here, Beaver Builder is geared more towards those kind of pages, your about pages, your home pages, and what have you. Both tools can be used to create all your pages. It's just that what templates come with them to allow you to do those pages more easily. So in my Kajabi, I have all of that with one click. So you have to join in for tomorrow's webinar if you want to see some of that live. But again, this is about pricing. So I have my Thrive themes, my web hosting. So they always talk about how WordPress is free, and technically it is free. I was, like I said, paying for my web hosting. I use InMotion hosting, and I have a variety of websites that I host, not only for me, but like my home church and things like that. So I don't pay like that $6.99 pricing, and I pay a little bit more because I have a little bit more. But your hosting may be less than that. I also purchased Thrivecart. Now, I bought a lifetime use on this, but Thrivecart or Samcart are very popular solutions for having a shopping cart. So even if you're offering a single item at a time, you still need to have a shopping cart that it gets added to for somebody to actually check out and actually purchase. And so most solutions, at least most all-in-one solutions, you have to have some type of shopping cart that you need on your site. Now, I consider this not optional. I've seen too many sites hacked. I had 10 sites hacked all at once, and it was painful process of rebuilding, and actually changed host providers because of it. I couldn't get it clean, but I use WordFence Premium. Now, there is a free version of this, but I pay a premium price. And if you buy more than one site, the price does go down. But I wanted to include that if it's just one site, at least the last I looked, it was about $99 for this. And it does a fantastic job. And the reason why I like WordFence Premium is because anybody that logs in, you can have it set so that it has to dial back a phone number. So it really cuts down on, not that people don't still attempt to log in as admin or some other stuff, but I haven't had anybody break in on any of my WordPress sites, knock on wood, in about 2.5 years. Yeah, probably about 2.5, probably almost 3 years. And I also like the fact that you can block countries. So if you know you're a local business with a site, or you're only dealing with the United States, you can block out all the countries. So they can try and hack all day long. It's going to just, for lack of a better phrase, it's going to give them the finger. And you don't have to worry about them. So, Memberium, I purchased this. I really liked Memberium. I used it with my ActiveCampaign. It works with ActiveCampaign and Infusionsoft, and that's basically giving access to your course or membership site area. Remember I talked about hosting. This is the annual plan for Vimeo Pro. The paid plan annually, and that's their lowest tier paid program. I didn't list other things like Wistia, although Wistia is awesome. It costs a lot more, and most people starting out don't start there. Now, some of these other options in here, like I have backups. You should have some kind of backup option for your WordPress site. Lead pages, which I love, but it's pricey for getting your opt-ins. So I clicked this here, but I ended up replacing it with my Thrive themes, and they do definitely have opt-in options for both of them. Lead pages makes things, I would say, a little bit easier to some degree. But if this price tag is really too high, I mean, almost $600 just for opt-ins. Not that opt-ins lead and getting leads isn't important. It's you can do quite a lot of things with Thrive themes suite. The Learn Dash LMS, again, that's about how everything is laid out for your course. And so I had Learn Dash, and this actually Social Learner was a theme. So you can see, and I didn't even include everything in here. We're at $3,300 versus $1,788. And I mean, I could turn off, even if I turned off what was the lead pages, which was almost $600, we're still talking almost $1,000 more than the lower tier plan for my Kajabi. Now, obviously, I'm going to tout Kajabi because it has made my life a lot easier. I will say in the beginning, I signed up for Kajabi. I did not stop using my active campaign for probably 6 months or so because I was like, you want your emails to work. And so I did some testing and I just found that I just didn't need active campaign in my selling business, in my online digital business. I use it, like I said, for something else that's just for communication, not for selling. But in any event, this, I hope, gives you an idea of what you may or may not be spending for your online business. If you'd like to have this spreadsheet, comment below, say, notes or comments or spreadsheet. I will definitely put in a link to make it available. If anybody is interested in it, I can make it an Excel spreadsheet as well as one for Mac in Numbers. And that way you could plug in what you're spending and have an idea of what you should consider or make sure you don't overlook, rather, for when you are doing your online business. And I'll definitely have some links in the notes for if you're interested in Kajabi, but I hope you show up for tomorrow's webinar because that's where I'm actually going to show some of the how-tos and the one-click solutions that make things a whole lot easier. So otherwise, I will talk to you later. Bye.